Okay, this one is actually a one-pager, mostly because I wanted to do one song out of the Pink Book here, out of the Romantic period, because I've done them all from the 20th century before. Uh, so this one's out of the Romantic period anthology, volume 3, that is selected and edited by Dennis Agay. Agay? And this one is called Album Leaf, Opus 44, number 1, and it's by Max Reger. And the thing that gives this song its sound, its quality, to me, this song sounds a little bit like a music box that you wind up and it plays, little dancers on the top. That's kind of what this song reminds me of. And I think what gives this song that particular quality, maybe, is that there are so many seconds in here. Seconds and diminished seventh chords all the way throughout here. This is written in D major. You can see C sharp, F sharp in the key signature, and it ends on the D major chord. So that would indicate to you that this is written in D major. However, if you look through here to get all those seconds in here, look at all the accidentals that are written in. And yeah, and then you got some chromatic type stuff on the left hand here. Accidentals all the way through here. So it's not played according to just the D major scale. It throws all these accidentals in there. So those and a lot of these minor seconds, what they sound like, this first one is, and this is kind of like a main theme here. That one. So there's another minor second. Those are repeated a couple times. Minor seconds. Wait, minor seconds. They do have some major seconds in here, but this is minor when you put it on this one. Here, major second, major seconds. I kind of like the sound of major seconds. So anyway, listen for those twingy ones come from the minors seconds, and that repeats kind of all the way. That's the repeating one. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to say analytically, kind of about how that song is put together. So let me mount this here if I can. like these books, these are very handy books. They do give you all kinds of many pages of information on the period that they're writing about. And in here it says new sonorities, and which is probably, gotta look on the other side here, is probably what maybe that's what makes this song fit into this period. Of course, it's probably all songs written during this period, but they kind of evolved into these particular sounding type songs because new sonorities section here. I'm not going to read these whole things. It could be very boring, but it says like very important to the development of romanticism was a possibility for new sounds. The piano of the 1840s was vastly different mechanism from Mozart's instrument, almost demanded the exploration of its tonal possibilities. These new piano sounds were paralleled by those of the evolving modern symphony orchestra, another perfect vehicle for romantic thought. Romanticism might have flickered out without these two media so admirably suited to its needs. So that's all I'm going to read out of there. Because like one of my next songs that I'm going to do is Sonata in F major by Mozart here. But this one was also from the same book from the movie Love Story. Every song that was in that album is in this little booklet here. So it's kind of cool to have. Anyway, so like if you were to do the harpsichord, I think what they were meaning is, they used to play harpsichords before, and those are plucked strings. Like you'd have little hammers with a hook on it, or they're not really hammers, so I wouldn't call them a hammer. Little hooks that when you press the keys, they pull up and they would flick. They would, here, make this one the hook, make this one. It would flick these. Oh, here, the hook would come up from the bottom. Flick them up from the bottom so that bing, bing. And so those basically would be like those little musical things that you wind up, the music boxes that you wind up would give it that sound, so you got this kind of sound, the plucking rather than the hammering. That different sound of harpsichord. I'm not going to play through that. That could be upcoming. But like in the acoustic pianos, they have strings in uprights. They have 3 strings for each pitch are vertically hung, whereas grand pianos, they're horizontal. And then you have a felted, hopefully I'm getting this on here, a felted hammer that comes boom, boom, boom. And that's where your pedals come, because there's usually 3. When you hit the pedal that is for sostenuto, it hits and nothing dampens it. You don't have anything dampen it afterwards, so that these strings can just vibrate. Now, there's 3. So you can, what happens is it moves the hammer, boom. Normally, it's positioned to hit all 3 strings. You hit it, use a different pedal, and it shifts that whole mechanism inside there to the left or to the right. I can't remember which it does, but so that it shifts that hammer over and it only hits 2 or it only hits 1. There's a pianissimo pedal, which of course you'd just be hitting the 1, so you're not going to get as loud of a sound coming out of that. And so that's just a little bit about pedals, not a whole lot, but anyway, so that's it. I don't want to make this short song too long, but that's it. And I do have something, if you want to hear a different guy play it, in my inspirations. And I didn't explain, why I removed that other guy, because he evidently refuses to perform for the good people, let's just say. Okay. Only bad people. Hopefully this video will upload because I said that. But here we go.